Hi, everybody. This is another amazing interview. This interview today is very, very special. It's going to inspire you guys to step up your game. If you're already doing well, you're going to want to do better after this boss lady speaks. Please welcome Miss Natasha Graziano. She has one of the best-selling books out right now that's called Be It Until You Become It. I'm so excited to talk about it and definitely hear about what she has coming up next. So please welcome Miss Graziano. How are you?
Hi, amazing. Thank you, Kat. How are you? So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Let's get right into it. How in the world did you go from homeless, broke, single, now you're a best-selling author, you're traveling the world, you're on stages with a lot of these big names, Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, and so forth. So how does somebody go through that?
It all comes down to your USP. What's your unique selling point? What are you putting out there in the world? What do you believe in? How are you adding value to people's lives? My story did not start here. Where I am now as a best-selling author and on all these amazing stages, this is not how I started. I started in 2018 was my actual worst point, which is where I realized who I wanted to be. 2018, I found myself on the street. I had lost everything around me. I was a single mom with no money, not a penny to my name. And I realized the only way out of this mess is up. I have to do something different. I have to think something different. I have to get out of this place so that I can be a role model for my son and be a role model to someone else in the world. And so little by little, step by step, I drew myself out of that mess and I took myself on to, being who I am today and coaching some phenomenal people and hopefully inspiring, someone new every day.
So how did you get to a point where, a lot of people struggle as far as trying to get outside of their comfort zone and becoming a motivational speaker that is actually, getting paid, selling out arenas and so forth like yourself. So how does somebody get to that point?
So in order to get to that point, you want to look at three things. Number one, what value are you offering? So that's your content, that's what you're putting out there, that's your product, your service. What value are you offering to the world? Are you helping somebody better their problems, better their life? Are you helping them to be a little bit more like you? Are you helping them to become a better person? Are you helping them improve something in their life? If the answer is yes, you're in the right place. Let's go to step two. Step two is, where have they seen you? So people, when they come across you on social media or online, they want to see, at the bottom of people's websites, as seen in Forbes, Entrepreneur, Vogue. You want that, right? You want all that stuff. And when they go on your social media page, they want to see you in big articles that are writing about you, where they're doing the talking for you. Why? Because they will trust you more. That's the like, trust, know factor. When I come on your page and I see you on these amazing websites and I know the press is talking about you, when I get introduced as Forbes #1 female motivational speaker, as seen in that magazine and various others, it already sets the precedent. It already says, this is who we're dealing with. This is what's up. This is the person that's going to inspire you. Instead of me saying, oh, I'm a leading mindset coach. Well, I'll let Kourtney Kardashian's magazine tell me that. I'll let someone else's place say these wonderful things about me. And they can do it about you. So where have they seen you? You need to get yourself a PR agency and get into the press. That is so important. Number three, who are you associated with? They want to see who you are alongside. So when I come on your page and I see, oh, she's alongside Tony Robbins, or, oh, that's Mark Cuban with her on stage, or whoever it might be. If I go on your page and you are alongside someone that I already follow, trust, like, or know, I am 10 times more likely to follow you and buy from you, because somebody else that I trust has already vetted you. That's the 3 steps with how to get your authority accelerated online, get the credibility that you deserve. So many of my top entrepreneurs who I coach, they come to my mastermind. I host it in person. I actually have one coming up in person, 26th, 27th in LA. And I also have one online. I coach this exact thing that I'm going through with you now, and it's all in the book. When I go through this with people, I have to help them. Some people that I deal with are CEOs of huge 10-figure companies. They're CEOs and MDs for some of the biggest companies in corporate America. Now they're an entrepreneur and they maybe even have a great business now, but they don't have the name online they deserve. That's the key. How do you get on bigger stages? How to become number one and be recognized for it and tell your irresistible story. That's the difference.
Girl, you powerful. I mean, your videos was cute. I was like, let me see if she brings that same energy when we get into this interview. I love it.
Yay.
Oh my goodness. So let's talk about the title of your new book. Why did you choose that title and what made you put it out right here, right now?
So I'm just taking my phone out so that I can be with y'all here. I decided my new book. So if you haven't seen it, this is it. Be It Until You Become It. This is number 3 on the Wall Street Journal bestseller list right now because of y'all. So thank you so much. Number 1 across Barnes and Noble. And we are just we're keeping going. You know, we're growing it. So what was your question?
What made you choose that title?
Oh, because I don't like fake it till you make it. I was like, I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna fake it. No, I don't want to fake. I want to be it. I want to be me. I want to be my authentic self. That is exactly what I did. I decided not fake it till you make it. Be it until you become it. Become the version of you now before you get there.
Wow. So let's talk about the strategy part. So what made you choose, as far as when you're doing your book deals or any product deals, how does Natasha choose whether she wants to self-publish or go with a publisher or whatnot? So how do you choose?
So when it comes to publishing a book, when it comes to doing any deals with anyone, the first thing you want to ask is, what do I want to achieve? What's my aim? So what am I aiming to get out of this? So I knew I wanted to reach 1 billion people by 2030 through all my work, through all my knowledge, my videos, my content, my programs, everything. How can I do that? Well, if I write a book, I can sure reach a few million people. I have a great following, but on top of having 17 million followers, I'm actually able to reach people through other people's platforms with a book. So this is my second book, and I decided to go with a different publisher than my first one. I had a great time with my first one. I used a publisher who also did Deepak Chopra, and this time around, I decided now, my second question, if I go with a publisher, what will they offer me that I won't be able to do myself? And so I made a list of all the things that I could possibly do using a publisher. And I asked them, I interviewed them. Instead of going in like, hey, publish me, I sat down with 3 publishers and I said, hey, why would I want to go with you? Why would I choose you over anyone else? And so they pitched me and they told me how it would work. And then I decided, great, I am going to use this publisher and we're going to do X, Y, and Z together. But I just really want to mention to anyone who's listening today and watching, I really want you to know that if you think the publisher is going to do everything, you are wrong. The publisher does some of the work, but do you know where you get book sales from? And the majority of your exposure with your book, you have to put the effort in to get the results you want. The publisher will print your book. Do they get you in bookstores? No, not necessarily. Do they get you book signings? I just did a book signing at Barnes and Noble at the Grove in LA. So blessed to have done it there. Oprah did hers there. Brene Brown did hers there. The Secret launched their book there, one of the best-selling books in the world to this day. All these top people did their book signings there, so I knew I want to do that. Did my publisher get that? No, I got that. My team and me got that. We strived for what we wanted to get. Do you understand? You have to do so much of the work yourself in order to get the results you want, because nobody else is going to do it for you.
Yep.
Nobody else is going to call the publishing places and the bookstores and the houses and the people that you want to get into. And here's a bigger part: marketing. Everybody assumes their publisher does the marketing. almost all the time? Not true. You have to do all the marketing. When you want a big publisher, you want them for the name, let's say you want one of the top 5, you have to go to them with your pitch too of why they would sign you, because you have an amazing marketing plan. So I was like, well, look, honey, I'm married to my PR guy. I'm married to a PR agency. So, so that was a great start. But for anybody that's not get a good PR agency, you don't have to use mindful media, but use a results-based agency. Use a results-driven agency. Not one that you don't know how it goes. Use one that you know they will get the results you want, because they already put Natasha in this. They already did this person's thing. They already did covers here, there, and everywhere. And boy, I want a bit of that too. Great. That's results-based. Choose somebody who is results-based. Whatever PR company you choose today. And Mindful Media would be happy to hear from you if you want to learn more about it. But go with somebody who's results-based. Then you go to a publisher. Hey, publisher, guess what? I have lined up Grazia magazine, Forbes magazine, Entrepreneur magazine, and I'm going on TV on 3 interviews. And I'm doing X, Y, and Z. When you go to them with that, they are so likely to either give you an advance, maybe cover that cost for you, or they are likely to want to sign you. But please, for anyone listening, I really want to just express this. It's not that much of a big deal using a huge publisher if you are not someone who has a monumental household name. It's really almost no difference. You have to do all the work yourself. It's just that they have connections to bookstores and you'd hope they would be able to get you in. But do you know how many publishing deals go down where they have so many people that they look after and you just go to the bottom of the shelf? And it's not guaranteed to go into bookstores, so they do wonderful things in that way. My publisher's been great. They helped us with getting in so many different stores online, but I really and truly have had to do almost all of it myself and with my team. So that's a little bit on book publishing. I hope that helps someone today.
No, definitely. And I want you to say something to all the moms. I don't have any children yet, but a lot of moms, they give a lot of excuses as to why, they're not where they want to be because of their kids, because they're married. So what do you have to say to those women?
Women, girls, anybody out there today who is listening and you're with your kids and you're like, how do I have the time to do it? Honey, I was a single mom for 3 years and I've managed to get to where I am pretty much being a single mom until a year ago. It is not about pointing the finger externally and saying, you're the problem or you're the problem. Because look at this. 1, 2, 3 fingers are pointing back at me when I say you're the problem. Do you see that? When you point the finger at somebody, 3 fingers are pointing back at me. And so who actually is the problem? The problem is us. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. There are other mummies out there, not just me, who are absolutely nailing it. And yes, it's a lot harder for a single mom. And I was one, so my heart goes out to anyone who's in that position. But is it impossible? No. You can downright do it. You can stand up today and say, I am going to do something with my life. I'm going to literally be it until I become it. I've decided I want to speak on stages, or I want to have my own business. And so I'm going to plan it out and I'm going to become that version of me today. I'm going to become them. I'm going to be them. I'm not going to wait until I'm there and I wait till the kids are 10 years old and in school. I have a client of mine and she was a psychologist. And I said, what have you done since the baby? She's 6 years old now. And she said, well, not much. And it was really sad because she had all this talent. And she said, well, I've been so busy with the baby. And I was like, it's not a baby, it's a school child. And it's 6 years old. And she's at school and you have 6 hours every day where you could really help people with your skills. Why are you not? What are you filling your time with? She's like, I'm watching TV, I'm binging on TV, I'm helping my husband with things, I'm chilling, I'm walking. I was like, you could do all of that. You could do all of that if you planned your time better. It's just time management. It's about understanding what you want to do. But let me go even further now. If you don't feel fulfilled in your day-to-day life, if you don't wake up feeling fulfilled, if you wake up just feeling unhappy, that is not on. That is not good enough. You are here to feel fulfilled. If you don't feel fulfilled every single day of your life, and there'll be days when you don't worry. But if you're on the whole, 90% of the time, you don't feel fulfilled, you are not living your purpose. You are not acting from a place of purpose and passion. You are just doing someone else's agenda every day. You're eating, sleeping, eating, working, for some people, sleeping, eating, working, sleeping, eating, work. So dull. You've got to connect your purpose to what you're being called to do. How many people are missing out because you are not doing that coaching? For example, my client who's the psychologist, because you're not doing that calling that you're so good at. How many people aren't getting a transformation that you could give them? Ask yourself that every day.
Ooh, you tearing it up. I know you was in Tony Robbins' personal class or something. I'm getting like the female Tony Robbins energy with your
That's
own
what I
energy.
get all the time. People are like, yo, you make me do stuff every day. When I'm on stage, when I'm in an arena, it doesn't matter if it's 15,000 people. When I did the body shop, it's what, 15,000 people, or whether it's an arena of 100 people. It doesn't matter. I will resound through that arena the same way, because I'm aiming just to help one person. And I've got to speak to your soul in order for you to have a shift today. Because maybe somebody else told you the same thing a week ago. Maybe 2 years ago, you went to somebody else's program and it didn't work. So you're like, why yours? Why will yours work? Maybe it won't. But what do you have to lose by not doing it? Nothing.
Right. So what number, I know a lot of people have a hard time transitioning full time, especially if they want to become number one speaker like yourself. What number, or what do you suggest people do where they can know that this is the time for me to quit my job or quit my business and do this thing full time?
You can quit at any point. I always say to people, make sure you're financially stable. So once your side hustle has become financially viable, that you're able to leave your previous company, then that's when you can take that leap. But really, you could do it at any time. Any time that you are set up enough that it's like, you know what? I can make this work. I've saved enough up. I can make this work, and I want to do it. And if I had a little bit more time, I could get a little bit more clients or more people buying my product or my service. And you know what? I'm going to take the leap of faith. If you don't take the leap of faith, though, you'll never take it. Because guess what? Today will turn into the end of the week. And then the end of the week turns into the end of the month. And then the end of the month turns into the end of the year. And guess what? Another year's gone by. You come to New Year's Eve and you're like, this is the year. I'm going to do it this year. And then again, January turns into February. February turns into the end of the year, and another year's gone by, and you stand there again. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Right now, because you are already here listening to this, you are already in a place of change. You're already ready and committed for the next step. Or why else did you end up here today listening to this? Something called you to listen here today, to be here right now. If you, like me, love listening to stuff because it motivates you and it makes you feel ready, well, this is your wake-up call. This is your wake-up call. So whether today you make a decision to go buy the book, be it Till You Become It, you go and buy at any of your local bookstores, you go and take that book and you just start reading. You start educating yourself on how to become the version of you want to become today through neuroscience and ancient wisdom, or whether you just go and work out. You just do something. You got to do something today that motivates and inspires you, because motivation creates momentum, inspiration, and change. And you have to be ready to show up today and take action. So don't let today turn into the end of the week, turn into the end of the month, turn into the end of the year. Just commit. Do one thing today. Make one decision today towards the rest of your life.
Wow. So last two questions. So what are some of the do's and don'ts for speaking events? Like that you choose from? Okay, I'm gonna do this, or I may want to do this myself.
Okay, so when it comes to speaking events, everyone wants to be on stage who has a business. Whether you're going to be a speaker or a motivational speaker, there's different styles. It doesn't matter. The truth is, when you go on a stage, people want to hear your story, and it doesn't matter your style. Your style is what people want to see. That's your authentic style. So you have to discern between what events are right for you. But at the start, you can't really be too fussy. So when you get asked to do a virtual stage, take it. I started on virtual stages. I went from Clubhouse to being where I am now. You have to start somewhere to get to where you want to be. So start getting yourself out there, getting yourself out on a little stage, on a virtual stage, and then it goes into a bigger stage in person. And then the in-person stage turns into thousands of people. And all of a sudden, you are speaking to thousands of people. And it's so easy to do. But you've got to go step by step by step. You can get yourself a speaking agent. Write that down. Go and find yourself a speaking bureau. So I'm a speaker on many different platforms, including Success Magazine. I'm a speaker on their bureau alongside some phenomenal speakers. And when you're on things like that, they will put you forwards for things. They will put you forwards for your next gig and get you stuff. Or you are hungry enough to go and find it yourself. So you have a look online and you type in what events are coming up in your field, in the area that you want to do. If you're in roofing, or if you're a coach, or if you're in beauty, whatever it is, you find events that are coming up, and then you pitch them, and you have an amazing pitch email. All of this stuff we literally go through in my mastermind. So if you want to apply for my mastermind, I don't know how we can put like an application thing, but just come on my Instagram and send me a DM. My name on there is Natasha Graziano, my old surname. You'll find me and send me a DM and just say mastermind. Just say the word mastermind. Just go on Instagram right now and just send me the word mastermind, and then you can apply to be in my mastermind, where you will learn this back to back to back. And it's so powerful. We get people in the press. We literally do it for them. It's a do it for you service, but like you get famous. It's like that. I just go away. I just did 3 years of work in 3 days. Like, what just happened? That was amazing, So yeah, come and apply. It's powerful. We'll try and put a link below.
Yes, we'll do that. And then how do you talk about the importance of adding value before, people started asking favors if they want to collab with you, or, do some amazing things, how important that is?
It is so important to collaborate with other people. We're collaborating right now, right this second, because when you collaborate with other people, you cross-pollinate your audiences. So I get to meet your audience and you get to meet mine. And it doesn't matter if one's monumentally different in size than the other, because each of you are reaching new people. I'm not reaching the audience that you're reaching. I'm not reaching the audience that he's reaching. I'm not reaching the audience that they're reaching. So it's good to get on other people's stages, other people's platforms, so that you can get the exposure that you want, so that you can reach more people. So definitely collaborate. Go and find people to do Instagram lives with. Get into other people's spaces, communities. Go into their Zoom rooms with their community. Get active. Take steps towards where you want to be today by collaborating. Collaboration is the key to success.
And as we wrap up, I forgot to ask you, so what's been the most difficult time during your journey that people may not know about?
When I was ill, when I had an illness, that was my hardest time. When I had my hyperactive thyroid, call it hypothyroidism, it's an autoimmune disease, and I was bedbound for so much of it. The anxiety was so bad. I was having 3 panic attacks a day. I was in a really bad way. When I was ill, that was the hardest time, because I'd lost my full sparkle. When you're unwell, you don't feel alive, alert, awake. You lose some of you. You lose parts of you that you didn't even know you just lose your full buzz. So don't allow yourself to go to that place, no matter what you're going through. And I had to focus on the light every day. Every day, everyone will see a glimmer of light. However, and whatever they're going through, you will see a glimmer of light. Call it hope. And every day you will feel that. And if you can jump into that for a moment and extend just for a moment, just extend just for a moment that light every day, extend it, extend it, extend it. You will extend that light until the point that you bring your full sparkle back to life. So that was the hardest time. And I remember standing in front of a mirror, looking in the mirror, streaming my makeup down my face. And I was listening to Denzel Washington, to his graduation speech. And when I was listening to that, that was when my shift happened. That was when it came. I started listening to the words he was saying, preaching life over myself, saying, this is not permanent. This is just temporary. This is not you. This is just something you're going through. And it does not define your destiny. It doesn't define who you are. So preaching those words over myself, just letting myself know, you are bigger than this. This is not going to take you down. This is not who you are. It is temporary. You've got to go through it and you're going to learn from it. And now you have got to push through the pain. And that was the start of the rest of my life to where I am today. Shortly after that, my illness subsided. And with my method, using my method, my MBS method, which is written about all inside the book and in here, I was able to transform my life.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's talk about your next vision. What do you have coming up? We know we have the book that's out. Any mentorship classes, courses that people can sign up for?
Oh, absolutely. Well, coming up, we have the mastermind, which is the Be It Until You Become It mastermind, where you learn how to accelerate your authority online. We have a mindset piece, the message of who and why you're here on planet Earth, and then how to scale that. And it's so exciting. It's so powerful. Top level entrepreneurs come to that. People from all over, mommies and daddies and people and just incredible humans. And there's one online, there's one in person. They're so powerful. It's so beautiful to connect with people in that way. I need to give you a link, don't I? I need to give you a link. Is it live? Do I need to give it to you like here right now?
I can go back and do post edit. It's fine because I'm gonna chop up the videos anyway.
Oh, amazing. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can add it in, and then yeah, I mean that's really great. Come and get yourself in a community, whether it's mine or someone else's. Get yourself into a program where you are supported, where it's like you're learning every day, where you're motivated every day, where you're showing up every day because you can, because someone else believes in you, and you're going to learn all the things we spoke about today. And yeah, that's what I have coming up.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for your time today. I see nothing but great things. Keep tearing up the stages, keep breaking records, keep inspiring people. And thank you again so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I love your show. I love your energy. Thank you.
Thank you. See you later.